Hey everyone, so I'm hanging out here at the Fly this evening in New Orleans, just a nice little park right by the river here. I hang out here a lot. It's not really a super beautiful evening, it's pretty cloudy, it's a little bit cool out, but it's not so bad. And I've decided to take on a little bit of a project on the element, a mechanical thing. I noticed when I was back in San Diego that my AC Freon needed to be recharged and that it had run out. And eventually I got it recharged and it lasted for about 2 weeks and they put some dye in it. I think I might have mentioned this in a previous video. And then I ended up taking it back about 2 weeks later because they wanted to see if there was a leak because they noticed that it was bone dry and that there was a problem. So I ended up taking it back to them after it turned off about 2 weeks later, and they couldn't find a leak in the system, and they decided that it was probably the condenser fan that was causing the Freon to evaporate because the condenser fan isn't working. There's no power going to it right now. So they wanted about $300 to get that done, which isn't unreasonable, I don't think, but I ended up finding one pretty cheap online, an aftermarket condenser fan for about $50, and I'm going to try doing it myself. This is probably one of the most challenging repairs that I've done. It is pretty complex. I have to take apart a few things and really get in there, so I could screw things up terribly, but it's not a terrible evening to hang out in the park, so I guess worse things could happen. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to give it a shot right now, guys. I have everything, all the parts that I need, I think, so I'm going to give it a go. Alright, so I've got the entire old condenser fan unhooked. It's ready to come out. There was a clip or two, there were two clips at the bottom that had some random wire clipped to it that were a real pain to get out. What you're supposed to do is put it up on a jack and jack stands and get underneath it and then take off the entire splash guard on the bottom. But I saw some suggestions that you don't really have to do that. It just is a real pain in the butt to get it to work without doing it. So I didn't end up doing that, and I finally got them unclipped. It was definitely a real pain in the butt, and if I had jack stands and a jack, I would have done it the other way for sure, despite having to take off the entire splash guard underneath. But whatever, it's unhooked. Now it's just a matter of getting it out. I have to get it out of this little tiny slot right here unless I remove this entire metal piece, which I'm not going to do because that is going to be a huge pain in the butt. So on the videos that I watched, the guy somehow got it out through here, so this is going to be fun. Alright, so I'm just finishing up now. I did manage to get the condenser fan out of there and the new one's in. Everything's bolted in. I did lose one bolt. There was a bolt casualty. It fell into the engine bay and it is gone forever. But aside from that one bolt, it seems like everything is alright. I haven't put the little splash guard on the top yet. I want to first turn it on and make sure the condenser fan works. So here's the moment of truth. New fan is running, it looks good. So I just ran into the Ace Hardware store nearby to pick up a replacement bolt and got it all installed. I just was worried that only having one in there for too long was going to, loosen things up a little bit and all that. I don't know. Hopefully I put everything back together. I was kind of rushing to beat the sun down towards the end of it. The sun was starting to set, so I didn't want to be stranded out at the park in the dark with my, half of my radiator hanging out of the vehicle. So hopefully it worked out, and hopefully it's going to be okay. AC seems to be running okay right now. I mean, it is cold outside. We'll see. I won't really know for sure if it actually is the problem until a couple of weeks down the line, and I might need to get the system recharged again anyways, because it's been a while since I last had it recharged. So, we'll see. I might need to get it recharged again, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that fixes the issue. And, all in all, it's if I didn't screw anything up too bad, it definitely is a good way to save $300 and do the repair myself. So, definitely a learning experience. I don't know if I did a perfect job. I'm going to look over it again tomorrow and make sure that everything looks okay in actual daylight, so it's not actually dark out like it is kind of now. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it will address the problem. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll talk to you all in the next video.